Please.
And that is, you mentioned handles and you mentioned platforms.
Yes, sir.
And I kind of want to unpack some of the things that you said as it applies to real estate industry, right? So I'm sitting in the audience and I'm thinking, okay, there's 7 platforms.
Yep.
That's what you said.
Yes.
Okay, I want to talk about.
Please.
We want to talk about those
Let's go.
real quick. But also you said handles.
Yes.
I got what you said, but I think you should slow down for a second and kind of say that again.
So friends, I'm empathetic. If I'm anything besides a potty mouth, I'm empathetic. I understand that some of you use your Instagram to share your family life or other stuff, and you're trying to find different ways to handle, pun intended, how to produce as much content. I did not produce 400 pieces of content 2 years ago because I only had Gary Vee on 7 platforms and I couldn't post that much. It was when I stood up at Gary Vaynerchuk, at Gary Vee, at Yard Sales, at Gary Vee the Jets fan, all the different things I talk about, those handles allowed me to do that. I mentioned earlier that we're no longer in social media. 5 years ago, if I was here, when I was in Atlantic City and I saw you years ago, I couldn't give this advice because we were still in social media. And if that gentleman right there stands up at John in Denver and has 0 followers, but his Instagram had 1,000 followers, well, he would have got no views on John in Denver 5 years ago because you had no followers. Now you can set up new accounts with no followers, and the first post could get hundreds of thousands of views. Many people are destined here, Gary, to start a new account on TikTok or YouTube Shorts. It's gonna happen after this event. And the first video they make on there with no followers is gonna get more views than the account they have with 5,000 followers, because these platforms are gauging the content based on the merit of the content, not how many followers you have, and the algorithms are sending it to people that might have interest in it. And again, Sarah in Canton, at Sarah in Canton, because her handle's Canton, because she says Canton, Ohio 4 times in the video, as this AI gets stronger and stronger, there's a chance that the first 50 people that see this video live in Canton. It's going to that direction. That's profound opportunity. That's what I mean by handle.
I have 1 or 2 more questions. I'm gonna shut up, maybe. So I'm gonna go to another comment. That is, and I did the math calculation, and essentially you said, hey, I spend 70% of my time creating content. So I think what would go through everyone's mind when they hear that is, how can I spend 70% of my time creating content? Do the work.
So for me, I said 51% of the time I want them to do content. A couple things. This is just real talk. Again, the luxury of having multiple people in my inner circle in this industry. As you know, I've been a friend to this industry for a long time.
Yep.
I really, by the way, if I may, I just want to say something. I know I've come in with like a lot of like Jersey, tough love. My admiration for all of you is an 11 out of 10. To stand on your own 2 feet, to be in a market, to play the supply and demand game, to spend, many of you balancing family and business, to find the time to be in a competitive market that's purely based on merit. Can you just put the lights on? I want to see these faces. I want to say this before I leave. My admiration for this industry is why, in a world where I say no to 99% of the keynote speech opportunities at this point in my career, that I emphatically said yes on a Sunday. And I mean it.
You know, here's the truth is we would have paid more.
Thank you, by the way. I'll fire my fucking agent. Friends.
So how am I doing?
So let me get to this.
Okay, go ahead.
Keep the lights on because I want to see the faces. This is real talk. And this is real talk for everyone in the world, not just a real estate agent. I do believe this industry spends a lot of time on things that don't matter. I just think you do. Let me give you one that I know you all know is true. Everyone here can turn almost every meeting they have that's an hour, especially if it's internal, into a 30-minute meeting.
No question.
We just fill the time that's in our calendar. Gary, this is not about finding the time they can find it. I'm telling you it's there. It's that I do not believe a couple things are happening. I do not believe most people in here believe me that social media content is the single biggest driver of selling more homes for them. So if you don't believe, what are you gonna do, right? If I didn't believe working out, like you're not gonna do it. Two, I think people struggle with what to post. I didn't get to talk about it on stage. I wanted to. I'm gonna address it now. I believe the reason most of you struggle with social media content is because your content is selfish. Buy this home for me. Come to my open house. Like, I said this 20 years ago at a real estate convention. Be the PR agent or the mayor of the town you sell in. Let the world fall in love with you. How many people here are into golf? Raise your hands, raise it. I think people here should make more golf content because I'm like, oh, I like golf, I like you. That's a good piece of content. Now I know you. Now I'm more interested in potentially buying from you when I see a house thing. When you look at, a lot of people DM me, Gary V, I'm so pumped, I'll see you in Atlanta, I'll see you in Atlanta. I went on people's accounts. I like to be prepared for these talks. Every post out of your mouth is, here's a picture of the listing, buy for me. This room is selfish, Gary. Yeah, brother.
I apologize for that.
And they may not be selfish, but the way you show up at the PTA and the way you show up in your community and the way you actually build relationships in the real world, your content's not showing that. Your content needs to be a potpourri of everything you are, including, I want to give a massive shout out, because my sister is one of these people, to all the real estate moms in here balancing their kids and the business. Ladies, you have gold content. Ladies, you have gold content. Your content should be talking about the strategies and the struggles and the diary of the day of the process. You know it's gonna inspire other women. Like, it's just the way it is. And that one post this is how you all decide to follow someone. You're gonna say something and the woman on the other side is gonna be like, that's me in what I do, and now you are connected. And when she moves to Atlanta, Janet gets that fucking paper, my girl. So, Gary, I think that this is a game of people showing more dimensions in their content.
So,
please.
Yeah, so the way I interpret what you said is make your life about content. That's the only way you could do it. I think they struggle with the sense of a poor ego, meaning egotistical to, hey, I need a picture, hey, I need a video.
They put their face on park benches, Gary.
Did you tell them to do that, by the way? Many years ago.
I mean, friends, I love you. I hear it all the time, Gary. I don't want to be that person of like, your direct mail has a huge picture of you in a suit. Like, you're selling you. What do you want from me?
That's valid.
Like, you want to be the Masked fucking singer? Like, it's you. You're selling you. You are the business. I'm sorry. What are you mad at me for? You chose real estate. You're the human. Like, and I'm not asking you to put out content of something you don't believe. By the way, how many people here have been in the game for less than 3 years? Raise your hands. For you, I think you gotta document the journey. You know, I see a lot of youngsters, I'm sure you're worried about this, even for the Keller brand. I see a lot of people posturing like they're experts, and I look at their LinkedIn and they've been in real estate for 9 months. Friends, dressing up sharply does not make you experienced. That is a wound, I see you. What you could be talking about is content of like you learning the game. You partnering with a senior agent inside a KW, which closes the gap in maybe your experience. You could be talking about using AI to make sure every T and I, and you should be talking about your exuberance and your early being in the game gives you the energy, and you're a psycho. You're 25, 7, 366 because you wanted more because you're new. That's going to, I can tell you right now, that would get me. Because I already know I'm using AI to make sure you don't make a mistake anyway. I mean it, this is important, so I want them to be authentic.
Yeah. I think that, thank you for that. I think that the issue I run into with folks is that it's video.
Yeah.
The picture's one thing, right? the photograph is one thing, but the video, now I have to be expressive. And I think that's where they have a lot of anxiety here.
But I would say, everybody, the people that are polar opposites of me, not high energy, not over the top, not crass, are doing great as well. The only reason I work, if I was born in the South and had a grandma that said never curse and I did this, it wouldn't work because it wasn't authentic. It'd be a shtick. But I'm a Jersey boy from the 80s. This is the only way I know how to talk, I'm sorry. You know, and by the way, it makes me not eligible to speak at certain places, but that's okay by me. Gary, all I need them to be is themselves. You don't need to be a dynamic superstar. If you talk monotone, I promise you, if you're giving good information about the school system, about the investment being made, about the new mall that's being stood up, or the data centers, or the supermarket superstore that's coming, or the neighborhood change, or the restaurants that have popped up. If you become the PR agent and the mayor of your general selling area, and you provide value, whether you're calm as a cucumber and monotone, or ridiculous as me, as long as you're actually you, you will be stunned by the results.
Them spending 51% of their time on content development.
And can I just say one thing on that?
Sure.
I believe they're wasting 51% of their time every week.
Just out of the game.
Just out of the game. I just mean it.
Yeah.
I've just spent too much time. By the way, I'm talking in generalisms. I'm sure there's people here who are robotic about every minute. Respect. But this industry is interesting to me. You know, it's an interesting industry. You're selling high-ticket items, homes. You can get stuck in a corporate kind of environment. Like, you can get stuck. I'm empathetic. This is not judgment. It's just, I'm analyzing the shit out of this industry, and I'm curious, who here really wants to go crazy in 2026 and just make money? Raise your hands.
I don't know if I can get it.
Everybody who just raised their hands and made noise, I'm dying to see your fucking calendar. I don't know what to tell you. Like, people talk the game, but they don't live the life. There's just an unlimited amount. Bro, I am literally scheduled 16 hours a day.
That's my question for you. Is like, how do you decide? Like, you're obviously the master of getting attention. How do you decide what gets your attention? How do you decide what you say yes and no to? I mean, you've got, how many businesses do you?
Like 7 or 8 meaningful ones.
So you have some non-meaningful ones?
Watch this, yes. How many people here have 3 children or more? Raise your hands. Clap that up. So, ready? For everybody who has 3 or more, they know the answer I'm about to give with my businesses. Everybody who raised their hands, who gets the attention? The one that's got the most fucked up shit at the moment. That's how I handle my businesses. That's not where I'm going. Let me give you one that's bothering the crap out of me.
Yeah.
There's people here that want to make lots more money, but are not investing back in their business. Oh, Gary, I can't hire someone. Oh, but that's going to cost you money that you want to take home and buy a new purse or a new watch or a new golf club. People are not investing enough in this industry. And now, by the way, I'll be back here in 3 years, paid more, and and guess what? AI is going to eliminate everyone's excuses. Like, people are like, oh, but Gary, you have a team. I remind them that I didn't have a team from 2006 to 2014. For 8 years, it was me with me and my content. And then I got to a place where I invested back into it because I thought it was the most important thing. For context, I don't want this to curveball you. I have 23 full-time employees just on my content. But that number's about to be 7, because AI is here. And everyone here can spend 10 hours learning how to make content with AI. They could. You don't have to, but you could. And then they could be making it. The excuses of not making content are all being eliminated. The value of it has never been greater. The window's gonna close because technology will change, and everybody here will wish they did it. And the content they make today will be the reason they show up on the AI searches tomorrow. I'm gonna say that nice and slow. The content you make today, friends, is going to be the reason you show up when someone says, you know this is real. Watch this, Gary.
Okay.
Friends, lights on. Real talk, raise it high, otherwise it'll make you stand up. How many people here in the last 6 months went to ChatGPT or Gemini to search something that only a year ago you would have went to Google to search it? Raise your hands.
Every time.
Everyone.
Perplexity.
How many people here, if you don't believe me, of that group, how many of you 15 years ago said you're not getting the iPhone because your BlackBerry had the buttons and it was too important?
That BlackBerry was awesome.
That BlackBerry was awesome. BlackBerry Messenger. Nobody said.
So even if you're not doing it yet, you have to understand one thing that I know to be true, and I wish it wasn't the case either. Technology is undefeated. Technology doesn't care about your opinion or how you used to make money. It's undefeated. And so everybody on Earth is going to go to these AI bots and say, I am in Phoenix and work at this company. My husband, my wife, just got this job. We are moving to Detroit, Michigan. I saw the jacket. I needed it. I needed this connection. I want to live within 25 minutes of my husband's workplace. Here it is. Who are the 3 agents I should use?
Come on, yeah.
That is the battle all of you will see in 3 to 4 years. The content you make today on Substack and YouTube Shorts and Facebook and Twitter is the reason you will show up. And if you do not make this content, you will not show up and you will be out of business. And you might not. For the people that stood up that were 20 years, as you know, Gary, you've been in the game. Let's clap it up for this legend of the game. You know this. And you did it.
No one likes to be clapped at for being old.
Listen, I didn't say old, I said legend. Gary, you built an actual brand. It's why this exists. I just want them to build their version. You build something big. Not everyone's destined to be the operator, entrepreneur you are, but all of you have to build your reputation. I know that word personal brand bothers some people. I know social media bothers people even more. This is your fundamental reputation. And again, some of you will get away with it because you've been, actually, how many people here are retiring in the next 4 years? And I don't mean you're gonna crush it and sell 1 trillion homes and buy an island. I mean, you're old and you're finished. Raise your hands. All right, so like, I see you back there. So about 41 of the 10,000 people here, you could probably get to the other side, right? Like you're gonna get to the other side before the damage is done. You know who I'm most worried about? I'm gonna ask you to stand up because I'm really gonna talk to you because I have a lot of love for you. The following person, please stand up. You've been in the game for over 15 years and you plan on being in the game for at least another 10 or more. I need those people to stand up. You're in it for 15. You're in.
10, 9? I don't know.
Listen to me. Please don't sit. Please don't sit. Please keep standing if you're this person. I want you to look around. This, to me, is the most important singular reason I came. This group, in the world that I see coming, is the potential lost generation. You've been in it for 15, which means you have enough track record and reputation, and the good one, word of mouth, that you think is gonna sustain you for the next 10. You're gonna go through the next 10 years of your life. I'm looking at all of you. You're going into different life cycles. New, cool, amazing things are gonna happen. Your child may have a child in this next decade, like other things. And it's gonna make it harder to go, you can sit down, thank you. And it's gonna make it harder to go 80 hours a week and things of that nature. I need to protect you, and I need you to hear me. This is a very important transition. Somebody bought 15,000 horses the day before the car was invented. Nobody cried for the hundreds of thousands of people that sold Yellow Pages ads when the search engine came along. Shit changes. Your industry's about to change. I need you to desperately understand how easy you can combat it. could care less if any of you except my sister makes content in social because we're not related. But I'm here and you're here. And I know what I'm saying. And more importantly, I know you know I'm right. Just like when my trainer and doctor says, don't eat the fucking gummy bears and go in the gym. I know they're right, and I know when I'm not doing well. And for the first 38 years of my life, I did it zero, and I had all the consequences. In the last 12 years, I've been a lot better. Am I perfect? No. You saw what happened last night. Do I expect anyone here that has not been doing it to be like me in the next 2 years? I sure don't. But if you don't get to 60 to 70% of me, you're gonna get liked in a way that you can't imagine. And I just need you to take this serious. And you don't even have to do it. As you know, Gary, some of these people have groups and teams and they work parts of stuff. You don't even have to do it, but someone has to do it on your behalf, and you need to invest in it. Unlike health, do you know how many people I would hire to do my workout and eat for me if I could? Unlike the shit that I suck at, it sucks. I have to do it. The fact that you can have someone on your team represent your listings and they can do it, it has to be done. But I will remind you, if that person does it, eventually the audience is gonna know that person, not you. You've got to figure this out. This is real stuff. This is not a joke. This is not a warning.
So when we polled the audience, the number one platform that they were spending time in and getting referrals in is Facebook, followed by Instagram.
Yes.
And then nothing else even made the charts.
Correct.
What are the platforms that we're not thinking about that we need to be in, and what do we need to be doing in them?
You literally, I'll make it easy for you. You could be lazy as shit. I'm giving you the steroids version of getting muscles. You need to post the same videos on all 7 platforms. Just change the copy. I don't care. I'd like you to do it different. Again, here's something you should write down. GaryVee.com/attention. I literally am so desperate for people to do this. You'll see, it's no data collection. I'm not doing anything weird. I've literally made a 50-page deck for free for pure karma. GaryVee.com/attention. It will show you in detail how to post best practices, but at bare minimum, brother, at bare minimum, just post the same goddamn video that you posted on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and on YouTube Shorts. The same. I don't even care if you control copy the same copy. It's not right. The thumbnail should be different. The hook should be different. The room is different, right? You should make a reference of someone being a professional or traveling a lot on LinkedIn, and in Snapchat, you're talking to 30-year-olds. Like, you gotta play it different, but at bare minimum, that.
How does that turn into an actual lead in my inbox?
Watch this. Lights on.
Like specifically, how do
I'm
I
gonna show you, my friend. One more time. Who here has posted something on social media that has led to a direct message or an email and you sold a fucking house? Stand up. Stand up.
Yeah.
Bro, what the fuck are we talking about?
3 million.
What do you want from me?
All right, but hang on. Because it's the same audience that in the polling said that they're spending more time, and I get it, you don't think it's enough time, and I'm willing to meet you there, but they're not seeing a greater reward.
Because they're not good at it. It was easier 7 years ago. It's more competition. Instagram is so many people's primary here, and it's impossibly hard now compared to 7 years ago.
So what does good look like?
Yeah.
Selling homes. Good is views achieved organically. By the way, I don't even look at following count anymore for anything we do in our companies. Doesn't mean anything. It's views achieved organically. Let me give you a tactic.